Hey everyone, Practical Crypto Miner here. I'm doing a voiceover this week so you don't have to hear the chaos of my basement. And today I'll be showing you what I've got set up this week, and I'm going to be converting and creating essentially a 240 volt outlet. For those that don't know, using 220 or 240 instead of 110 or 120 significantly decreases the amount of amperage you use, and this allows you to plug in more miners. Actually essentially doubles the amount of miners you can plug in to a single breaker or outlet. So what you guys are seeing here is me disconnecting my electric water heater, and I know that sounds kind of crazy, but I have an oil heating system for my home, and part of the efficiency system that it's equipped with, it needs the oil water heater in order to run at max efficiency. Essentially just takes all the leftover hot air, or heat I should say, and sends it to the boiler or the hot water tank and heats up the water for me whenever there's any leftover or unused heat. As for tools, I'll just be using a screwdriver and a multimeter to test the voltage at the end and to make sure everything is disconnected. And that's about it. It's really all you need. I am not an electrician. I'm not a home electrician. I do have aircraft electrical experience, so this wasn't too difficult for me. But please do not take this as a guide. And if you don't know what you're doing, hire a professional to prevent burning down your house. And remember, if you are watching this and kind of doing something similar, always triple check that the breaker is off. This is a lot of voltage. It will hurt, and AC can kill you. Alrighty, so this week we pulled out some of the L3s and Z11s from storage just to see if they're working. Currently we got one Z11, two L3s, and one KS0 Ultra that are currently running. If you looked at the beginning and you saw 4 rigs, you are correct, but one of the L3s has at least 3 broken hash boards. So either I have to figure out if I'm going to cannibalize it to fix another broken one if I have another one, or if I just scrap it and for parts just in case one comes down the line, one down the line breaks. Alright, so now back to the outlet. It was pretty simple. It was 3 wires, 2 hot and 1 ground. 1 hot goes in the X, another hot goes in the Y, and the ground goes into the G or wherever the green nut is. Bare copper is the ground, and the red and black are hot. It might be white, but it should be red. The breaker has to be double pronged so that you have both phases of the voltage. Essentially, if it's on the same prong, it'll be in phase. Therefore, you'll just have your 120 volts. If you're on both prongs, you will get 240 because they are out of phase. Lastly, you will have to take out the neutral from the neutral bar and plug it into the other prong. You will have black in one and your white, which you should recolor red, in the other. That should give you 200 volts AC. Hey guys, so we are back on the computer, and you probably saw at the end of that last clip that I turned off that circuit breaker, and that is because I have nothing plugged in that outlet. My PDU broke. So both my Dogecoin miners and my Z11 has to be plugged into like normal wall outlets. Well, they're not rated for the amperage that all 3 of them spit out. So I had to unplug my Z11 in order to keep the Dogecoin miners running, my L3s. So this currently is my Kaspa miner. It is going at about 328 every 5 or at a 5-minute hash rate. It's not really the best, but my power just tripped a couple times. So we'll give that like 24 hours to get something more accurate there. Same thing with these guys. It tripped, so they just restarted. But they're currently going pretty good at 780 watts, spitting out 565 mega hashes. And that's both of them. They're both doing pretty good. And this was my Z11, about 5K average more than what the calculator suggests. So still unprofitable to run. That's why I unplugged it. But I do really like Zcash. I do have a lot of hope for it in the future. It's down significantly since its all-time highs. So let's hope to pump that back up so the miners essentially became profitable. Currently, the Kaspa currency has gone up quite significantly. My coins per day has gone down, probably because more people are turning on and activating their miners, making the difficulty a little bit harder, or we just got unlucky with our blocks. Actually, we can check that and see where we're at. So we're doing pretty bad when it comes to luck, but that's part of the game. It'll eventually average out. But 1.78 coins a day is really not the best, but it is profitable nonetheless, as it only runs off of 100 watts. Yeah, Kaspa is up about 13.3% in a week and 5% in the last 24 hours. It's really, really good. Currently, my Dogecoin miners have been pretty good, about 1 gigahash in the last, as a 10-minute average. You can see where my power kind of goes out. But overall, the earnings are pretty good. I mean, Dogecoin has been just unstoppable on the upside this last week. Bitcoin's down a little bit, but it's still over 100K. So it's really, we're moving along. This bull cycle, this altcoin bull cycle, is going to be insane. Well, my computer rig currently is mining TLS, Telsi. One of the most profitable coins to mine in general. If you just have like a PC, like old school GPU rig, it's one of the most profitable coins to mine. But it's also a really good project. I've been following them for, since they came out essentially in September. I've been following them for a little bit, and I just mine whatever's most profitable, and I'll convert it to TLS, and then I'll hold it for who knows how long. Uh, and normally it's either TLS or G-Link or something like that. I'll just swap between them whenever one gets like, essentially when there's not enough in their coffers, they can't pay out in it. So that's essentially when I start switching my payout, is whenever they can, and then whenever they can, they pay that out to my wallet address. All right, guys. So that's essentially everything that I have for you guys today. It's everything that I did for the week. I do have to work this weekend, unfortunately, so I won't be able to pre-stage everything before my PDU comes in. But when it does come in, I'll be able to set everything up and record my progress on my basement mining setup. Well, you guys have a good rest of your day. Take care. Peace.